How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the only comic book channel that doesn't tell you what's going up or down in value. Doesn't promote my Whatnot sale, because I don't have a Whatnot sale or channel. Doesn't show you videos of me driving to buy a comic collection. Doesn't post videos of me flipping through boxes at conventions or comic shops. And I will always tell you what I paid for my comics so that you know that there are deals out there. I don't know, like I say, I'm trying to get my subscription base up, but a lot of these channels that do all this other stuff have so many more subscribers. And I mean, I guess that's just the world we're living in. But I love comics. I love reading comics. I've loved collecting comics my whole life. And I just like to share what I pick up with everybody and show you that you can get some pretty good prices on some of this stuff if you just look around. Most of my stuff is comic book auctions, just online stuff. I don't have time to be driving around to stores. And plus, too, I think like a lot of comic shops, it's getting harder and harder to find deals. They are watching the channels of the speculators, and they hurry up and go and change their prices, so you can't find anything. But I'm a comic collector through and through. I try and complete my runs as best I can. I just don't want to spend any crazy prices for it. I'm a big 50 cents dollar bin box guy when I do actually go to conventions. But again, conventions are getting so expensive. Even the smaller ones around here, we have $3 shows, which is fine, and there are some free ones too. But like the big one, the Motor City Comic Con, it's almost like it's San Diego. They're charging like $35 for a Friday admission. It's crazy. But again, enough ranting. Let's just get into some comic books. I've got quite a few batches here. These are all online auctions, except for the last one I get to. I'm going to tell you where I got it and what I paid for the stuff. But first off, I have a little batch here that ended up being 60 cents a piece. So I got a few Blade comics. I got Blade number 9. Blade number 10. I didn't collect this series, but I saw the lot and I figured, what the heck, I'll bid on it. Here's number 11. Then there's some Ghost Rider in here. Ghost Rider Trail of Tears, number 4 of 6 for 60 cents. 5 of 6. Look at that cool cover. Man, these are all really cool covers. Then a couple of Deadpool and Cables in here. I think these are all Scotty Young's covers. Here's number 39, which does not, I mean, that looks like Scotty Young, but that don't look like Scotty Young. Here's number 40. And this definitely does not look like him either, but I think it is 41. So those were all 60 cents a piece. Then the next lot here is another little batch. These were in a lot. I paid $19 for however many comics were in here. Oh, 22. There was 22 comics in here. A lot of this stuff I wasn't interested in, but it ended up being 89 cents a piece for these. So there was a Grimm Fairy Tales versus Wonderland number 1. Couple of those. A Dead Man's Run number 2. This is a really sweet looking cover. Michael Turner's Fathom Katani 0. It's a nice cover there. Here's another couple of issues of this. First issue of Grimm Fairy Tales versus Wonderland. What I say, 89 cents a piece. But then the real reason I wanted it is because of the Realm War number 2, the J. Scott Campbell cover. That's a really nice cover too. So yeah, those were 89 cents a piece. So those were those two lots there. The next lot I got, these books, final cost was 75 cents a piece. So I got Black Panther number 1. Whatever volume this is, can't remember. The Kate Bishop Hawkeye series, number 1. I have quite a few of these. I keep picking them up in lots. But, you know, it's like I say, it's the lot is pictured. There's a bunch of random comics in it. And, I mean, you get what you get. This is a nice variant cover. This is Mammoth Comics variant for Doctor Strange number 1. I think It sure looks like a Neal Adams if it's not Neal Adams, but I don't see his signature on there. But yeah, so that was 75 cents. Here's America #1, black and white variant for 75 cents. Scarlet Witch #1, 75 cents. Iron Fist #1. Avengers World #1. Marvel Now Avengers #1. #1 Now Occupy Avengers #1. Secret Avengers #1. Iron Man #1. And Deadpool 1000 for 75 cents. So that was that batch there. Again, everything was 75 cents that you just saw. And then this lot was 25 cents a piece. So I got this Shadows of the Empire. This was a pack into a Kenner action figure, a Star Wars action figure. So that was a quarter. Spider-Man #2, this Miles Morales edition, second printing. That was a quarter. Fantasy Masterpieces #2, reprinting Silver Surfer #2 for a quarter. West Coast Avengers #35 with a sweet Doctor Doom cover, 25 cents. First annual of Marvel Age was a quarter. The 1993 Marvel Holiday Special for 1 quarter. X-Men Adventures #1, 25 cents. Darth Vader #22. Don't know what volume that is. And then a couple of free giveaway comics. They had the New Avengers. I think this is what they had in the Army bases, I believe. And then also the Pizza Hut Real Heroes. I believe there's 4 of those. Or 4 or 6. I can't remember. I keep grabbing them, but I always get the same ones. I got quite a couple of the ones with the Wolverine on them. I keep grabbing for some reason. Hulk and this Spider-Man one. I always grab by mistake. I think I don't have it. But yeah. So those were all a quarter. Then this next batch, these were 72 cents a piece. So we got this beautiful, and I love this cover. I have like at least two of these. Legion of Monsters Morbius. And that, I just love that cover. It's classic Morbius. I think it's Greg Land. I think. But love that cover. This one was in there too. Star Wars 94 for 72 cents. This is Star Wars #62. This is the Great Moments variant #7 with the death of Padme, or funeral of Padme. Deadpool #32. Scarlet Spider #17. Venom the Hunted #3. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man #7. This one died a big death. That was supposed to be the Bad Bunny wrestler guy. Deadpool and Great Lakes International. One shot summer special. Then a couple of World War Hulks here. We got World War Hulk #105 for 72 cents and #205 for 72 cents. So then the next batch of books here, this was a lot that I picked up. I paid $12.50. It's a nice run of the Heroes for Hire series from 2006, 2007. So I got #1. I haven't had a chance to put these in bags and boards. Here's is this number? Yeah, this #2. I throw the numbers up there. Then over to this side for #3. #4, that's a really nice cover there. #5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think people, that's a desirable cover, I believe. Then the old, back to the other Heroes for Hire before this series, there's number 11 in there. A Heroes for Hire annual with Quicksilver. And here's Heroes for Hire number 1. So I do have the whole series of this one, but I don't have the series of the ladies. So now that's all my online auction stuff. The last batch here is I went to a sports card show that was up at the Trade Center, which is basically an indoor flea market. And I was walking around because sometimes there's guys or people selling comics, and there's one guy that is always there selling comics, and he was there again, but his stuff is like kind of fair market value, but he does give you 25% off on most of the stuff, so it's not awful. But usually there's like random people that never sell comics in there, and it just so happens that I came across a guy that was a random guy that never sells comics, and he had them, and he had like a couple of milk cartons, a couple of cardboard boxes. They were in terrible dirty bags, but he said he was more into classic sports memorabilia. The comics, he didn't really tell me where they came from. He did tell me that his kids had priced them. And then he also had told me that I was there the last day of the show. It was a 3-day show. But then he did tell me, he goes, oh yeah, I had a whole bunch more comics. But I sold at least a box of them. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm really bummed out because when I got out of this guy's boxes, I wish I would have been there the first day and saw what he actually had that sold. So, but anyway, the whole thing comes down to, I said, well, how much are these? And he said they're $2 a piece. So I'm like, okay. So I start looking through there, and I got, like Venom Lethal Protector was in there for number 3. And then number 4 was in there. This is the first, what is it? Shriek, I guess. So that's in there. He had a bunch of like Superman stuff. Like for some reason, like the Death of Superman, he had a lot of that kind of stuff too. But then I come across this Gargoyles, number 3. So slowly but surely I'm picking these up one at a time, and I'm going to try and finish this run somehow, the original Marvel version, that is. Then he had all of these in there. He had Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from Hamilton. He had number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. So those are all $2 a piece. He had a couple of Disney Afternoon comics in there. He had number 8 with Darkwing Duck and number 2. And a Sonic from Archie, number 23 for $2. Then we got a couple of Captain Planets. I was going to complete this run. I didn't know how many issues he went, but I think I looked up, it's 13 or 16, something like that. I didn't know it went that long. Here's number 3. Again, like all this, most of these books look like they've never even been cracked open. The Stone Protectors from Harvey Comics. This is a premiere issue. But all of a lot of the stuff that he had a little sign that says mostly, he goes vintage comics, mostly first issues, which was true. I saw these in there. Never Parody Press, Rank and Stinky, obviously based on Ren and Stimpy. And then there was another parody book from Zone Productions, Cartoon Lampoon Presents Red and Stumpy. So I'm a big Ren and Stimpy fan. I just completed my Marvel Ren and Stimpy run, so I figured I might as well pick these up to go with those. Then I come across, he had She-Hulk number 1 and 2 together. So I guess basically these were $1 a piece, but he had number 1 and number 2. They were bagged in the same bag. He had these Vampirellas, number 1, with the beautiful Adam Hughes cover. So $2 for that one. This is my favorite. I got the statue of that. Number 2 of that one. Number 3. And then there were a couple of these in there. I grabbed both that were left. I don't know how many he had originally, but Spawn number 1. I mean, not a tick on them. for being in, these were just in bags with no boards. And like I said, the bags were kind of crusty. And then the last one I picked up, and I've been looking for this one forever. I can't find it for any cheap price, or at least a reasonable price. And here I picked this one up for $2. Vengeance of Bane, the first appearance of Bane. First printing. So I was super happy to pick that one up. But there you go. That's my haul for this time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing and hit the subscribe button. Or hit the notification bell to let you know when I do post new videos. Usually they're weekly. Just want to thank all my subscribers I do have. Again, you guys are great. Really, I'm happy that you are still enjoying the channel and you take time to comment when you do. It really means a lot to me. And other than that, again, you know, thanks for watching. Deals are out there. This is a channel for people who like comics and enjoy seeing that you can still pick up bargains. I hope I'm not rubbing it in. I just want to let people know that you can get stuff for a good price if you just look, whether it's online or, you know, at a show. So again, I appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you. Good luck out there hunting for comics, and I will see you all next time. Bye.